Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Gentlemen's Dialogue podcast. Hey, thanks for joining us today and giving us a little bit of your time on this chilly Atlanta day, which most of the days have been chilly for the past week or so. We've had a little snow, a little bit of ice, and people driving around and slipping and sliding like bumper cars, and it's been wild, man. It's been wild. Solo, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing good. Trying to stay out of the way. I've been seeing videos of people sliding into each other and businesses and even parked cars sliding down the road, man. I've been trying to stay out the way until this snow clears, man. But it's a beautiful day. The ice is melting. I think things are starting to get back to normal, but when it comes to the road, man, you always got to be careful because even when the roads are completely clear, it's still people still do crazy stuff out there, man. And it's like, where'd you get your license from? When did they start putting them in the mailbox or in the back of cereal boxes, man?
Bro, it's cats that can't drive on an 85-degree sunny dry day, and then those same people get out when it's icy. Man, can you imagine? Dang, they're playing straight up bumper cars at Six Flags, man. Yeah, but yeah, man. But shoot, but we're here, man. Some people, not just one.
Right.
A lot of people didn't wake up this morning, man. And we're here, bro. We're here. We're breathing. And life is good. It may not be always going the way we want it to be or need it to be, but we're here to give it a shot to make it better, man.
There you go.
And make today better than yesterday, and hopefully, we're here tomorrow. We'll make tomorrow better than it was today.
There you go.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
man. So look here, man. Let's jump straight into it, bro. This is a subject, man, that kind of came up, man, a few weeks back. We didn't discuss it, man. But I think it's a subject that I think is one that deserves discussion.
Yeah.
And this discussion has to do with how do you handle a situation. So you as a man are now about to marry a woman. She's divorced. We'll even go to the easiest scenario. She doesn't have two or more children. She's got one child.
Okay.
Right? She's got a son. Now, and the son and the father, the ex, he's in the child's life. He's really active, very, very active in the child's life.
Okay.
But the child, of course, lives with the mother, is with the mother. You're now about to marry her, right? Let's just say they got a divorce, they settled, they sold the house. Now, you guys, when you get married, she and her son will be living with you. Father gets the child. Well, let's just say something similar to joint custody, but let's just say every other weekend he comes by. But instead of it being Thursday through Sunday, let's say he comes by on Tuesday. Let's say he's got him Tuesday to Tuesday.
Okay.
Every single month he gets them for, let's just say, 7 days.
Gotcha.
Is that man? You guys get married. Is the ex allowed to come to your house to pick up his son for visitation? Or do you play the meet me at the gas station?
Yeah.
Meet me at the McDonald's. Meet me at Maggiano's at 5 o'clock. And our pickup time is 7 o'clock. What do you do there? And before we even go there, how do you feel about So the fact that these people now, one lady's now divorced and now she's remarrying. When is it the right time for her new husband to sit with her ex-husband and have that man-to-man conversation?
Yeah.
To talk about raising their son now.
Right.
No longer just his son. You have a new man in place.
Mm-hmm.
Your son is part of the package deal.
Right.
When is the appropriate time? When do you have that conversation with that man to discuss, these are my rules in my house? That way you guys can be sure that you're on the same page.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed that has been an issue is, especially when it comes to the new father or the new bonus father, new bonus dad, and the old one, is typically most men will tell you, hey man, I'm not gonna try to run your house.
Yeah.
You know, the ex.
Right.
But one thing I will tell you is you can discipline him, but only verbally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you will not put your hands on my son. I will handle that.
Right.
Right? So, but then you have some men, I think, who say, well, you know what? He's in my house now. She married me. And I'm assuming of course, he's been vetted. Let's just say they've been dating for a couple years and then they decide to get married or whatever. I'm assuming, he's been vetted. She trusts him enough. First of all, she's marrying him.
Right. True.
So apparently she trusts him enough to now be the bonus father. So does the mother even have say-so in that conversation? Because I do believe that not only do the men need to sit down, but at some point in time, the two men and the ex-wife all need to sit down so you can establish some rules and things, and I don't want to say rules and regulations, but some guidelines,
right,
to help this thing flow a little smoother, to make sure there are no hiccups in this triangle.
right.
And going back to, at this point, do you allow the father to come to the house, pick up his son? I don't know. I think that, let's just say the father remarries, the ex remarries, right? So now we got 4 people involved. It's probably a little bit easier to say, hey, and hey, maybe you get the relationship to the point where the ex's new wife calls and is like, hey, Diane,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we still on? I'm coming. We coming by to pick the kids up at 6. Just want to make sure you guys are there.
Yeah.
Okay, come on by. Y'all come through now. And when they come by, are they coming in the house, hanging out, kicking it? Or do you leave them in the driveway and as soon as they pull up, you yell to your son, hey, Jake.
Yeah.
And your dad's here.
Right.
And then he runs down with his book bag and whatever else he's got, and he hugs and kisses both of y'all goodbye, and I'll see y'all next week.
Right.
What do you do? What are your thoughts? First of all, let's start wherever you want to start.
Okay. I think that in that situation, well, first of all, the conversation, the minute that if I was in that situation and my ex was getting remarried, as far as us sitting down and having the conversation about boundaries with the child, I think that as soon as they let me know that, hey, we're gonna get married, and we're taking our relationship to the next level, that would be the next step in my mind.
Gotcha. Yep.
Because it's like,
I agree.
Before, whenever they tell the child, that's whenever they decide to do that. But as soon as that information gets to me and I know that, Jerry or whatever his name is going to be around, that's to me, that's like step number one.
Okay.
Because we need to establish that boundary, because like you said, with the disciplinary part, we gonna have some friction if
Yeah. Because listen, because if your son is wreaking havoc in my house,
right.
I'm not gonna wait for you.
Yeah, right.
No, because it gets stale.
Right, yeah.
I need to put your ass when it's fresh, when the conditions are fresh.
Yeah.
Because I need you to understand what we're gonna have and what we're not gonna have.
Right.
You're gonna be respectful.
Yeah.
I get it. Kids are kids. However, you're now here. And it won't be that, and I'm not saying that it's that situation where every time something happens, you're putting your hands on. That's not, I'm not putting it that way.
Yeah.
But every now and then, if a condition arises to where you're like, no, I'm not getting ready to wait. I'm not getting ready to wait 6-7 hours for him to get off work and then come here. I'm addressing this now.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, well, no, that's still not fair. Well, I mean, what are you thinking?
It's tough because and I hate to be like in between, but it depends on the circumstances, because it's one thing, right? If maybe he's just the child is in a bad mood and he's just back talking, and it's just something simple, right?
Right. And so that you know what? Don't worry, I already texted your dad.
Right.
And he already told me he's gonna address that with you when he picks you up.
Right.
I'm with that.
But see, the thing is, I'm also thinking of an extreme situation, like this little person
Got in your face and reminded you, Ninja, you ain't my daddy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I rolled up on you like,
yeah.
And I know you can't do nothing to me because you ain't my daddy.
Right. And it's like, yeah, exactly. If you don't got time to be like, okay, 6 hours from now,
Bro, I'm gonna hit you with 12 ice cubes across your head.
right.
Bro, I mean, literally. Bro, I'm going straight to the freezer, bro. I used to pitch.
Man.
Bro, I would hit you with a curveball, a slider, 5 fastballs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit you with a knuckleball too. And look, promoting violence, that's the last thing. I'm never doing that. I am not that person. But at the same time, because I remember, man, with my son, man, I would have had an issue
Right.
if another man thought that he can put his hands on my son.
Yeah, for real.
And then, you know what? And I guess I have to look at it both ways. Even if my son walked up on you,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could greenlight you still putting your hands on him.
Right. It's tough, man.
Because he's not your son.
Right.
I don't know what kind of animosity could be there. So you're gonna deliver extra on him.
Right.
Versus I know the level of discipline that I know my son. So I know the level of discipline that he needs.
Exactly.
It may just be one little quick choke out.
Yeah.
But you ain't have to kick him and all that and stop him. You don't have to do all of that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's for real, man.
And you know what? That's a good point, because like my homeboy, he has 2 boys. And it's interesting watching him discipline them.
Okay.
Because Sincere and Paxton, he talks to them totally different. Because when it comes to Sincere, it's like is one a stepchild, or they're both his biological children? Oh yeah, they're both his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but actually he fits this conversation, because he's actually married
Okay.
to his second baby mama, because he has 2 boys and a girl.
Okay.
And his current wife, they have a girl together. And his ex, that's where his 2 boys come from.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
okay.
And it's interesting because whenever
That's a mix.
yeah. So whenever one of them acts out, like 9 times out of 10, when it comes to Sincere, it's just a simple talking to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You got those kids you can manage like that.
Yeah.
My son was like that until high school. Yeah. It was just some fear, bro. you could look at him a certain way, bro,
Yeah.
and his feelings were hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then when it comes to Paxton, it's like he had to take the more hands-on approach because he didn't hear you if you would just talk to him. Like he takes it to the extreme, and it's like, oh, okay.
You got to mop the floor with him. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you got to mop and glow with that little dude. Yeah.
And that's the thing, because it's a lot of factors, like the personality of the child comes into play. Because like you said,
And that has a whole, that has a
it would
lot
have been,
to do with it.
because it could have been a situation where maybe if he gets up in your face and it's just like you just get back in his face and he's like, oh, all right, whatever, you got it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But, you walk up in my face though, you might, I'm gonna stiff arm you.
man,
Then I'm gonna throw this elbow and pin you on the wall.
okay.
And I'm gonna count to about 20, 25. See how long you can hold your breath, because you're not breathing.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We only gonna have to do this one time.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not like you're gonna have to do this 100 times.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna watch your eyes turn slightly red and your lips turn slightly blue. Then I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Don't look at your mother like she was supposed to save you.
There you go.
But you're not gonna come into this house and disrespect me. I'm not gonna say in my house, because this is our house.
Right.
If you wouldn't do this to your own father, you're not gonna do this to me.
There you go.
Right? As the bonus dad.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's real, man.
Yeah. I get it.
Because I could see that as a reflex too, because it's like sometimes when situations happen, it's no time to think.
Hey, bro.
It's just instant respond.
Listen, man. It is, like you just said. It is sometimes. It's instinct.
Yeah.
And you go into defense and survival mode, and you like, man, I'll be damn about to let this 14-year-old ride up on me.
Okay.
No, man, I'm hanging you from the corner of the door, bro.
Right.
Yeah, by your drawers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come get you in a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna learn it. You'll learn a quick lesson here, bro. Yeah, we're not doing it. But I guess the dynamics there, man. It's a lot. It's a lot, especially when I think it's probably easier when both people remarry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and you also have to think about it too, man. This is your new wife. But in the back of your mind, with some guys, we had this, conversation, at some time ago, and a couple guys were like, well, keep in mind, that's still her ex.
Right.
They got divorced for a reason.
True.
But at the same time, let's just say they were together. Let's say they were together 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
They were still together. So y'all don't have a whole lot to talk about individually.
Yeah.
This is, at this point, almost whatever you need to say to her, you can say in front of me now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never leave room for infiltration.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point, man.
Because you think about it too, man. Even though they're not together, but you got some people, man, that they figure, I can't have her, I'm not with her. I tell you what, I'm gonna do what I can to make sure you ain't with her either.
Yeah.
And man, and men and women do this.
Right.
Men. I remember my partner, man, said he used to go pick up his son, and he was like, man, my ex, bro. He was like, and he remarried.
Okay.
He said, man, my ex, man, I go pick my son up. She comes to the door with looking like she just went to Victoria's Secret.
Dang.
Knowing what she was doing.
Okay.
She comes open the doors. All right, hurry up, come on in. He's still getting ready. He's still getting his stuff together. And she walking around and half booty cheeks showing.
Dang.
And he was like, he said, and what I did, and I know him. I was really surprised.
Okay.
But he was like, I told my wife. I got home. I told my wife, hey, look. He said, going forward, when I go pick up my son, I need you to ride with me.
Wow.
So she was like, why? She was like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
He said, well, here's why. He explained.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what his wife said? She said, you don't need me to make good decisions in your life. So if she comes to the door naked, first of all, you've seen her naked before. Y'all got a kid together.
Yeah.
But you know not to put your hands on her. She can do whatever she wants to do to tempt you. Go pick up your son. Keep it moving. She said, so I don't need to be that person there to help you survive.
Wow.
And to protect you
Yeah.
from yourself.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and he was shocked, bro, because he was
Dang, yeah.
First of all, he said, I thought she was about to be mad as hell. Like, she did what? Yeah, I will go. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
waiting on that.
I'm rolling up with you. As a matter of fact, I'm going in there with you.
Right.
She was like, no. She said, mm-mm. She said, I will not. I refuse to. She said, now, if we all need to have a conversation about something, I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to do that just because you may feel like you don't trust yourself. She said, if I trust you,
Wow.
but she said, but tell me, if you don't trust yourself, you need to let me know.
Wow.
And he was like, well, no, it ain't about me.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know. I thought I was doing the right thing by letting you know. She said, and you did.
Mm-hmm.
She said, and I appreciate that so much. She was like, but she said, you picking him up, I'm cooking. So by the time y'all get here, food will be ready. So I'm not worried about what she wears. She's like, because at the end of the day, she was like, and I think he said she made the comment about, I'm sure she ain't wearing whatever she's wearing like me, so it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look at his new wife, boy, she is thicker than a Snickers for
Man, I got
So yeah, bro. So she when she said that, she really meant what she said.
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, I'm wearing whatever she's wearing. Don't worry, I'm not threatened by her.
Yeah.
So we're good. But yeah, man. But it's just it is something we just wanted to bring up because there are a lot of moving pieces.
Right.
There's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to relationships when people are marrying someone with a child.
Yeah, man.
And then the other person they're not married and they are married now. And let's just say that person married into somebody there's a child. So now you got you got two children involved with three separate households with two different parents.
Right.
So the dynamics they can get muddy, bro. They can get real muddy, man. It's like, man, what do you do? So and then a lot of times, man, I've seen cases too, man, where they started off like that, man, and a couple years down the line, bro, they having Thanksgiving together, Christmas together.
Oh yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So you can make stuff work, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember, man, and I think some years back, man, I remember my son's mom telling me, this is funny, telling me, well, yeah, and at that time, the guy she was dating, and they had dated for a while, man, I think he died.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember something happened with his stomach. I don't remember. I don't even remember. But I think so. Him and his ex, they had that issue where they only they supposedly didn't like each other, and they only met at gas stations to drop off the kids, whatever. And he didn't understand why I could still come by,
Okay.
and pick my son up from the house, right?
Right. Yeah.
And supposedly he was like, I think he even told her, he made a comment to her, I don't think he ought to be coming over here to pick his son up, right?
Right.
Now, at that point, now I don't mind. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say, but me personally, this is just for me. Now, I can't speak for other men. Again, to each his own.
Right.
I took offense to that because I've always felt like I will never, even as a little kid and even as my son now at his age now,
Right.
ain't no man is gonna interfere with my relationship with my son.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I remember, man, when I one day, man, I went to pick him up, and I don't even remember. I don't even think his mom knew that he called me to come get him.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'll come get you, bro. Yeah, have your bag ready. I'll come get you.
Mm-hmm.
So I got there, man, and as a matter of fact, dude was over there, you know. So I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Introduce myself, and I remember asking, I was like, hey, can I go to the back to get, while he's getting ready?
Yeah.
I'm innocent. Just go to the back while he's getting ready. I don't need to sit up here with y'all.
Right.
So I went to the back, got him. We left. And I think that might even been when I think that's what prompted the conversation.
Okay.
About,
right.
man, he don't need to be able to come over here. Okay, well, you know what? Why are you telling her after I leave and I'm gone?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have, hey, bro, can I holler at you for a second?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
And I think I remember telling my son, I think I was like, that punk something, but yeah, for him to say that, well, I mean, in all respect, I'm not saying anything about a negative about the guy, man. Like I said, I think he died a few years back.
Mm.
But I felt some kind of way because I'm like, I was there.
Yeah.
So if you had an issue with me picking him up, maybe you could have called a family meeting right then and there. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all, can we talk for a minute about something? Hey, just want to know, is this how you guys operate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
'Cause she got a problem with it. Man, bro, that's my ex, bro. That ain't that. We don't even look at each other like that. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
but because he came from different dynamics, he expects everybody in that situation to have the same dynamics as he and his ex.
Gotcha. Okay.
You hate each other. You got to meet 30 miles away me personally, again, I'm not doing that.
Right.
What am I gonna do that for?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass your house to go 8 miles up the street just to meet y'all? That doesn't make sense
At all.
Look, and if you're that insecure, hop in the car with her when we meet. I'm gonna come dap you up. What up, dog? What's happening, bro? Tell my son, come on, bro, get out of the car. Let's go. Moving too slow, as always. Let's go.
Right.
Cause they always move slow, bro. Man, he always move slow. And he gets halfway there, and then, the mother always screaming. So I don't get a hug or a kiss when you leave? And they gotta run back to go give him a hug and a kiss. I'm like, man, dude, y'all didn't do all of this before you got in the car?
Right.
Come on, man, let's go. And then, look, we can't even get in the car good. Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Can we go to Andretti's?
Yeah.
Can we go to Cheesecake Factory? Can we go to the ESPN Zone? Can we go to the Fun House or whatever it's called? Fun Spot? Dude, can you get in the car first?
Yeah, right.
Okay, but which one can we go to first? That's all he knew, bro. That's all he knew, bro. Every weekend it was somewhere, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That time, man.
Right.
That father and son bonding time. But also, in all fairness, I didn't have an issue where a lot of other men have it, where some judge has mandated when you can see your child.
Oh, yeah, for real.
We didn't have that issue. We hey, he can stay as long as he wants to stay. If he wants to come stay with me on the 1st of January, if he wants to stay till June 28th.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Because he would be with me so much. Sometimes his mom would call and be like, can you ask my son is he ever coming home? You know what I'm saying? And I would tell my son, hey, man, go spend some time with your moms, man.
Yeah.
But Pops, I'm having so much fun. I know.
Yeah.
Go stay with your mom a couple days. Come on back, and we'll go back to the fun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
I like that.
I wasn't all about just fun, though. And I think that's what, gotta make sure that's clear.
Right.
Because I was about discipline as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was also about, you get these books, dog.
Yeah.
This first. Some cartoons and Gokus and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Brother, you watch that after you finish this homework. Let's get that. And then Beyblades and everything else you want to watch. I'm watching them with him. And we watching I can say it now. Man, my son, we watching Benny Hill.
Okay.
We watching what's the two dudes, man? It wasn't Dumb and Dumber. They were on MTV, two cartoon dudes, and they were on MTV. But they were special.
Yeah.
They were special.
Yeah.
But we watch, man. We watch Robot Chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Boondocks. King of the Hill. But we would watch that stuff. But it was also, it opened up for me. It was an opportunity for us to converse
Right.
about what it was we were watching.
Right.
I need you to be educated at home and not out in the streets.
Yes. For real.
Because I need to give it to you the way that it is, and not the way that people think it is.
Yes.
Your peers trying to explain to you about some stuff, and y'all the same age. No.
Right.
You're gonna get the full gist of this, but the right way.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But I remember, man, my mom used to be, and she would be mad. You letting him watch the Boondocks? Have you lost your mind? I'm like, nah, I haven't. I'm like, Mom, it's funny.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, and the other one too. I will tell you our favorite. With Cartman and Kenny. They killed Kenny.
South Park.
Yeah. Hey man, let me tell you something, bro. When I tell you, I still every now and then,
Yeah.
if I'm in dolo mental zero mode,
Okay.
I will still watch an episode of South Park, bro.
Right.
Hey, bro, and look, South Park runs some stuff, bro, that I'm like, they can get away with that. Maybe because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way that they would let them get away with saying some of the stuff like that.
Right.
Right. And a lot of people used to say, oh man, they do that, they show it, man. You know what, man, guess what? That's why you have to pay attention to what your children are watching, what you're listening to.
Absolutely.
Because you need to be able to converse and talk about this stuff. This stuff is in the world, for real. It's real.
Yeah.
I can't keep you in a shell and hide you and protect you from what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
What better way to? We'll address it. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember one of the episodes, on Cartman. I think Cartman said something about he told one of the little boys, that's why you have periods. But he was talking to his homeboy.
Oh, okay.
The one that he's always, they're best friends, but Cartman's always riding him.
Yeah.
And I remember my son looked at me and was like, hey, Daddy? I was like, he said, what's the period?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, here we go. Damn. but we had a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I wouldn't really have it right now, but
Yeah.
but hey, bro, I hit pause.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Let me explain to you what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And my son wasn't that kind of son that was like, ooh, like, yuck. He's listening, learning.
Right.
Oh, okay. And then he follows with more questions.
And
then we talk.
Right.
And that's how you whatever conversations you have to have with your children to educate them on what's happening.
Right.
You do what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we did, man. But yeah, man.
That's perfect too, because it's like it's so many things at the same time. You're able to bond with your child, but you're also able to get it's almost like, the way I see it, their life is almost like a car, right? And you want to make sure that you're sitting in the passenger seat watching where they're going, to make sure that they're on the right track.
In other words, I'm driver's ed. I'm teaching you to drive.
There you go. Yep.
I'm over here with I may not have a steering wheel, but I got an extra set of brakes.
Yeah, there you go.
And if I need to press these brakes, I will press them.
Boom. Yep.
But you're going to learn with me here in the passenger seat versus just throwing you out there.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, I get it. No, you're right, man. You're right. That's a good. That's a good point. Good way to look at it.
And that's so perfect, man. Because like you said, they learn it from you instead of learning it from their friends that don't know much more than they do.
Hey man.
Man.
Hey man.
Oh my
God. Here's some of the stuff that some of those kids would say, and I would just be like, man, the hell did he get that from?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it's like no facts in it. It's like, not like, sometimes you get part of the facts right.
Right.
But when you hear something where none of the facts are right,
man,
you're like, what the hell? Where did he get that from?
Yeah.
He got that from his big brother. Yeah. Heard that? You heard that from somebody around the crib, bro. Because I don't know where you got that from, bro. Yeah,
For real, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, those are facts.
Man, it's interesting, man. This is a good it's this is a good topic because the thing about this is it's not a one size fits all. Like
Yeah, right.
there's so many factors that go into it. It really just depends on the individual situation. But at the same time, listening to us give our opinions, I know some of our listeners are probably out there like, man, they picked the perfect time because this is exactly what I'm going through. And hopefully they can get an idea of, okay, well, I see what they said. That can help them with their situation because I can't sit up here and confidently say, oh, well, if you're in this situation, this is what you do or that's what you do. Because it could be a personality thing, and then you're blending families. You have to you have to try to be on the same page, but nobody's hardly ever on the same page. And you got to think about the kids too, because on one hand you might be like, oh yeah, I don't care if you got to pass my house and go a whole mile and a half up the street, but at the same time you got to think of the impact on your kids.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, well, I see what this is, because the thing is,
That's what a lot of times adults, that's the last thing they think about.
it's tough.
It's
man.
all about us.
It's so
But
tough.
at the end of the day, it should always only be about the child
Right.
and their best interest.
Yes.
Not our best interest,
Yeah.
but theirs. But we put our interests too many times ahead of the child or
Yeah.
the children.
Yeah.
So that's what that does. That creates, that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
It's tough, man, because and the thing is, it's like, we said in a previous episode, the kids, they learn from what you say, but they also learn from what you do.
Yeah,
And I would even argue that they learn more from what you do versus what you say.
I agree.
Because, even when you think they're not paying attention, they could be studying you.
Man, they watch us. But they watch it, bro, because kids are nosy.
They are, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Kids can act like they're watching a cartoon, they're studying, and can up and absorb everything that's happening
Man,
and being discussed.
yeah.
They don't, and then they don't bring it up. Then they'll wait 2-3 weeks later, and they'll bring up something, and you're like, "Well, when you hear that?" And you're like, "Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
This little nosy ass was listening."
Yeah, for real. And then they'll say something that's like so specific, like they'll mention something that only you would say. It's like,
Yeah, man.
I bet I did say that.
Yeah, man. That's real talk.
Like, are you
That's-
kidding me?
That's real talk.
You was sitting in front of the TV, you had the computer and a book, and you telling me,
Hey, hey, bro. And you had and the Nintendo was on. You weren't playing, but your Game Boy was on. Hey, boy, I tell you, bro.
oh my God.
Yeah.
But you,
Like, boy, I'm gonna knock the Mario coins out of you, dog. So yeah, man. But but we have, and later on we can dissect this conversation and create a segment and talk about it where we just
Yeah.
stay strictly on that
right.
on that subject, man, because there's a lot in that you can take pieces of, kind of dissect it, man, and
Oh yeah,
have a whole load of conversations.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can wrap it up. Anything else you wanna talk to the people about, man?
Man, reach out to us. Let us know. We always say it, but we want to bring, speaking to our listeners, we want to bring you into the conversation. This isn't just, we sit up here and we talk to you guys, but we want you guys to talk back to us too. Let us know. Are you dealing with this? Is there something you want us to elaborate on? You might be going through the situation like, hey man, I heard what you said and I'm in that situation. I make my ex's new spouse go around the world and meet me at the McDonald's 2 streets up, but you made a good point about the impact it has on the kids. That might be a thing, like Steve said in the last episode. You might want to go sit down with somebody and help to separate yourself from that situation, because like Steve said, it's a sacrifice. And when you have other people involved, you gotta, it's one of those situations where you gotta separate yourself sometimes and say, okay, regardless of how I feel about it or what I think about the situation, what's best for the kids?
Yeah.
Because you also want to give them a positive um outlook on certain situations.
That's how you know you've reached a maturity level
Yeah.
that you should be at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely that is a sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, and look, before we sign off, if there is a teacher, an elementary school teacher here in the Atlanta area, preferably pre-K to second grade, and you're low on supplies for your classroom, shoot us an email. We'd like to take a teacher and help her out. We still have quite a bit of time left in the school year, and
Yeah.
Supplies are the counties, and for some reason certain schools are always short on supplies, you know i.e. Title I schools, for some reason. And I'm not saying that there are schools other than Title I schools that are not that are in need of supplies, but we'd like to find a local teacher who is, like I said, elementary, and look, you out of construction paper, you out of glue or glue sticks, and what do you call it, the children's scissors, and the big boy crayons. If you are, do me a favor, shoot us an email to gentlemensdialogue@gmail.com. Let us know what grades you teach and why you need the supplies. And then at the bottom of that, also tell us which supplies you need. And what we'd like to do is we'd like to pick one or two of the teachers, and potentially kind of help you out. It's always rewarding to do something for our educators who show up every single day and they sacrifice for our children. Our kids spend more time with these teachers than they do anyone else in the world. They're with them 5 days a week, typically 8.5 hours out of the day. And so, it would only be right to help one or two teachers to supply, to get with supplies, to just simply help them to be able to be more effective in their job and what they do for the kids, versus always worrying about having 25 kids but only having 19 sheets of construction paper, having 14 kids but only having enough crayons for 8 kids. It's time that some of these kids shouldn't have to share the blue crayon because you only have one blue crayon in your classroom. For the life of me, I'm not understanding why this happens, how this happens. But more of us have to step up.
That's
to
real.
Help and make things better for our educators. Georgia schools, man, our schools are Georgia doesn't have the best reputation, in terms of test scores and educational output. So we have to do what we can to help. It's hard for a teacher to teach when she's also playing the role of mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, aunt, big sister, big brother. By the time you finish doing all of that, you don't have as much time to devote to teaching and educating our young minds and young brains. So with that being said, gentlemensdialogue@gmail.com. Hit us up and let us know what school you're at. Like I said, we want to do this for some local schools, some Fulton County school, maybe a APS school, I don't know. I think that's APS Fulton County. Yeah, we'll keep it narrowed down to that. Those two school districts. So hey man, signing off, my bro.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Hey, until the next time, guys. Hey, we'll talk to you soon.